Hi.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what
You did it. You did it. It's perfect.
Okay. Is that good? Okay.
It's perfect. Now I can look at your beautiful island with my favorte color.
Yeah,
like
that's
paint.
a much better view. This is sort of, this is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yeah.
You're so funny. Oh my gosh. How are you doing with all of this? How are you? I mean, you're cooking up a storm, but tell me, how are you doing?
It's your fault, by the way. Let's have this conversation publicly. It's your fault that I'm doing all this cooking. Your wonderful, supportive fault. Your encouragement, right, Zibby? You on the podcast. So yeah, we're cooking up a storm, and it's Lauren, of course. But what else am I going to do besides homeschooling? We just finished writing, and now my husband is out doing PE, which is bike riding and soccer on our soccer field. So we're doing what every other American household is doing, which is just forward motion and trying to make lemonade from every lemon. What else can you do?
Emotionally, how are you holding up?
Emotionally, I would say that I am in that mindset. And as you've known me most of my life, I'm not exactly a naturally glasses half full kind of gal. But I have been known to, be a bit of a curmudgeon here and there when I'm feeling compelled. But I have tried to be emotionally mostly positive. I absolutely have hit a couple spots of general malaise, like emotion, just sadness, and a little bit of anger, mostly directed at other people who I don't think are towing the line the way we all are required to toe the line. I'm doing my part, you're doing your part. Well, it's a prisoner's dilemma. If everybody doesn't do their part, it doesn't exactly work. So that causes me a bit of anger. But other than that, those tend to be fleeting, and I'm kind of in a gratitude mindset. So that's kind of trying to anchor my whole emotional state, is being just grateful for the health, the safety. It could be worse for us. Yes. And we have family affected, friends affected. We're not without our struggles in our family, but, Yeah. How are you? Busy.
I'm trying to keep my head down or else I cry, honestly.
Yep.
If I'm not busy and, feeling mission driven and against a deadline, then I have the time. Literally the only time I had to myself yesterday was driving over to pick up a kid at my ex-husband's house, which is the only time I leave the house, is custody stuff. And I just spent the whole drive crying because it was my only time. And I was like, I can't do this. So
parents don't have time. There's something in the natural order of things that we don't have time to fall apart because we have to do. And thank God. Yeah. It's like the natural order of things. So,
but moving on to your amazing children's book, and I'm going to record this so that people can watch you read it and all the rest. I know this is only one of your 3 books, but it's one of my favorites, as you know. So can you read at least bits and pieces or whatever you can get through?
We can. Now, I realize that when I show this, it's kind of like, it's like if we're in Hebrew, right? It's all backwards and everything, right? Should I just read and not show? Because
read and show, but you can still see the pictures. So
okay, true. And the illustrations are fantastic by S.V. Dibbleweiss. This book is called Eat Your Breakfast or Else. We're admonishing all those who don't eat their breakfast. Okay, is that a little okay? So this is a blank page now. Eat your breakfast or else. It's about a little boy who does not eat his breakfast, and his rocket almost crashes. So we'll set this up for you, and then we'll jump along. It was Monday. There we go. It was Monday morning, and Grandma was busy making breakfast. Okay, my little dumplings, get them while they're hot. Grandma's homemade, mouth-watering, so beautiful you should take a picture pancakes. These will make you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready for school. Maddie and Alyssa laughed in between mouthfuls. Grandma always said the funniest things. But Jared didn't react one bit. Captain Jared had no time for breakfast. His space missions required his complete attention. So Jared then is talking to Grandma, and he's asking her, does she know what it's like? And she says, yes, I do remember the red planet well. And how do I get there? By fueling up with blueberry asteroid pancakes. He wants to go back to Mars. You need to eat your breakfast or else you could lose power and even crash. Now that's no way to start the school day, warned Grandma. So you see, he doesn't go, he goes to school, he hasn't eaten, and he's, you know, stomach's growling. But he's dreaming about the spaceship. Breakfast would have to wait. The countdown had begun. Grandma, it's time, shouted Jared. 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. Safe journey, Captain Jared. Keep your head out of the clouds and don't be late for school, shouted Grandma. The rocket took off into the air, away from planet Earth. All systems were reading normal, but the fuel tank was only half full. Jared raced to the moon, zoomed between the stars, and basked in the glow of the sun. Then he set off for Mars. Okay, so he sees asteroids ahead, huge asteroids. He destroys the asteroids, and then he says, full speed ahead, shouted Jared. The rocket flew faster and faster. Inside, the fuel gauge was now on yellow, warning of low fuel. Captain Jared did not notice. Flying in space was way too cool. So now his spaceship is warning him, this is not looking good, and he's going to go into a black hole. It starts to spin out. Would he ever see his parents again, his sisters, or his grandma? Jared, grab my spatula. Yelled a familiar voice. It looked like it couldn't be. Grandma? How did you get here? Jared asked. What, you think I've been a grandma all my life? She said. I went to Mars when I was about your age. Flying a rocket is like riding a bike. Once you've done it, you never forget. Now hold on, said Grandma as she tugged Jared safely back home. That was close. I almost crashed, Grandma. Better fuel me up. I'm starving. I have just the thing for a hungry astronaut. 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Awesome, said Jared. He was on cloud 9. And now he goes back to school. He had a mission complete. His no longer making, tummy's no longer making sounds. He's able to focus and ask questions. He has fun on the playground. When it comes to breakfast, the sky's the limit. And then at the very end, I've got a recipe here for Grandma's mouth-watering, so beautiful you should take a picture pancakes. We have out-of-this-world batter, and we have blueberry asteroid pancakes, flying banana saucer pancakes, and peanut butter quicksand pancakes.
Yum. Well, maybe I'll try those tomorrow.
Yes, you've been doing a great job. You were making, banana bread?
Oh my God, it was a disaster. My banana bread was a disaster. Yeah.
I don't believe that.
It was. I made a mistake. Yeah. But I will try your pancakes because, we're doing like one kid at a time for parts of the time. So I have just my little guy. So I'll make it for him tomorrow morning.
Well, that little guy is perfect for pancakes.
Exactly. Lauren, thanks for reading your book.
Thanks for having me, Zib. Sending you a virtual hug of many hundreds of miles away hug or whatever.
You too. You too.
I know.
Okay.
In person soon one day.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.